Hello and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online Vvardenfell. We are near Sadrith Mora. So as you can see, this is cleared up. So between episodes I did find the 5 missing, five, because we found one of the stones near this Daedric ruin. While I will give credit where credit is due, so you might remember that I feared that all the stones were not marked. They weren't until I left the house, until I left the tower. For some reason, there wasn't even an you need to go outside to find this marker. The markers literally just appeared when I went outside, which is weird. But yeah, I went around and got them, and thankfully, now to this game's credit, I did say that I was going to be harping on it if I did not find if the markers did not have, if they didn't appear on the map. They did. Weirdly, but they did. So credit where credit is due. Thank you, because with this amount of Daedric ruins and the quest not having markers, that's nope, not gonna happen. Right, so another thing that is less obvious, two things technically. So you might notice that our sky shard counter now says 16 out of 18. That is good, because that means that we have collected all the sky shards in the wild. The last one was out in this bend here, which I for some reason had not gone to while exploring the coastline. Must have missed it or something. I've also been to Telvani, entered, and there was literally nothing there. So I don't know why it's marked out as if I have completed a quest, because I have done nothing. I entered and was like, oh yeah, this is a good place to see if there is a quest, and there were 2 NPCs walking around, and then some closed buildings, well, not closed, but buildings that would be trespassing in. So it might be that something during this quest line has to do with Telvani. But I kind of doubt it, since Telvani is now marked out as being quote-unquote done. The black outline, like here, for example, is that you've heard about it, but not yet discovered it. Or you've discovered it, but not yet cleared it out. Both can apply. But when it's a full colored white background icon, that usually means that whatever quest was here is now done, or in the case of way shrines, that you have found them. But the remaining 2 sky shards, so we know that one is in Forgotten Wastes, so that will be an episode. Then we also know that the last one is in a delve somewhere, and I don't know where that last delve is, but I reckon we will find it. We will certainly find it before we leave Vvardenfell, that's for sure. The question is just, where is it? Right, so with all of that said and done, let's get started here in Sadrith Mora. So there are 2 quest markers already. We got Eoki and Lona's Given. Let's go for Eoki. I have no idea whether one is better than the other, but let's just take the one that I mentioned first.
Mind your step. I would not want you to step on this random patch of grass. I jest, of course. The Telvani force me to work, but I make sure it brings them no pleasure. I see you wear no shackles. Do you seek work? I know someone who needs help.
Tell me more.
In truth, You would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lukial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free.
No. What do you need me to do?
Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, she will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope.
Alright, I'll go talk to Sun in Shadow.
Walk with Sithis, my friend, and mind the Telvani. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel.
How did you end up here?
I ventured too far from the hist and did not heed the bird signs. Dark elf slavers spine-hooked me near Thorn. I escaped 4 times, but never for long. Eventually the Telvani bought me, at a discount I am told. I take pride in that at least.
Is this legal? I mean, it is by Dunma standards. They are literally the only race that actively take slaves. Especially in the earlier years, like not so much in the time of Skyrim. Definitely during the time of the Elder Scrolls Online, and also during Morrowind, for that matter. Yeah.
Laws are slippery things. The Ebonheart Pact outlawed Argonian slavery, but House Telvani refused to join the pact. In truth, I cannot imagine how they would live without slaves. The Magisters are like overstuffed crocodiles, dangerous, but lazy.
Well, that explains a lot. Surprisingly, without a lot of backlash from the other houses. Like, you'd imagine that the Ebonheart Pact would need a united Morrowind behind them. And then the Telvani would be like, nah, no. And that hasn't caused backlash from the other houses. That surprises me. I mean, I get that House Dres would be a little more in the not keen on the outlawing of slavery thing, because that's their shtick. That's their entire, we are the house that deal in slaves and sell to other houses so that other houses may be productive. So that's the big yikes on that. Redoran is a bit more for the faith / the people. So I'd imagine the Redoran house would be more inclined to join if not joining the Ebonheart Pact meant that the people of Morrowind would likely face unimaginable disaster / destruction. And then there's House Lalu, which would basically be like, okay, Ebonheart Pact, money? And obviously that's rough terms, but can I help you break free? I'm rambling.
I thank you for your offer, but I tire of breaking free only to be recaptured a day later. Sun in Shadow's plan will earn us a lasting freedom. If you help her, you help me.
Probably need to adjust my audio levels a bit. It's a little peaky from what I'm seeing. Who are the Telvani exactly?
Mages mostly. Members of the so-called Great House Telvani. One of the 4 great houses of the Dark Elves. They love using that word, great. Great at ruining lives, perhaps.
So they all keep Argonians as slaves?
Yes, and Khajiit also. You see, for a Telvani, life is nothing but a cheap struggle for mastery and control. Mastery of their dry-skinned magics, control of their mushroom towers, and dominion over people. people like us.
Then how did you end up here?
I ventured too far from
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hist and did not heed the...
Okay, should probably make this one our active quest. No? Boop. I haven't actually been inside, so this might be an interesting peek into what is going on. I believe I saw that there were crafting stations in there, and that's perfect. Not that my inventory is bad, but it certainly isn't great either. Okay, ooh. What's this? Magister's Retreat. Ooh, so that's downright a teleportation circle. It's not even like a floating stairwell like you saw at Nelith's tower. Eee. Ooh. That's probably not a bookshelf. So what did we have? What do we have in here? Enchanting table. Oh, so not actually crafting stations. Only for magic stuff. Well, that is less good. An invitation to discovery. I've apparently read this before. Greetings, slaves! Unlike my short-sighted Telvani compatriots, I understand the true value of compulsory labor. Don't worry, I won't have you scraping eggs off a cavern floor like everyday drudges. Leave that to other less talented drudges. No, my beshackled friends, by displaying basic reasoning skills and only a mild interest in talking trees, you've earned the right to aid the Telvani in the glorious future of magical practice. Think of yourself as explorers dancing down the bleeding edge of arcane discovery. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that these exercises will be incredibly dangerous, but take solace in the fact that, as slaves, your objections wouldn't matter anyway. The burden of choice has been removed. Bully for you! Our first experiment involves the application of a highly corrosive spores to the skin. Don't worry, we won't just slather them on your scales like common hedge mazes. We've managed to combine them with a potent stabilizing agent that could grant the user vastly enhanced stamina and improved resistance to heat. There is a chance, albeit a remote one, that even minor exertion could cause your lungs to spontaneously erupt in flame, but I'm counting on your bizarre lizard physiology to withstand the effects. I am assuming you have lungs. I must remember to do a thorough search of the Agonian chest cavity at the next opportunity. Volunteers will be richly compensated with reduced lashings and an extra portion of whatever grey slime your overseers make you eat. Here's to the future that some of you might be lucky enough to see. Most sincerely, Birea Salin, Oathman of the Telvani. Now, he sounds like a nice fella. Not? Ooh. Enchanter. Well, do I have anything to sell? Now might as well be a good time to look. I do not. Well, I might have something, but nothing that I'm willing to dish out right now. Sun in Shadow. Hello.
Yes.
Oh, I like her headdress. Or wings. Or, Sun in Shadow? Aoki sent me.
Bless his eyes. Yes, I'm Sun in Shadow. Ioki told you I have a plan to earn our freedom, right? It will require finesse and discretion. I trust that I can count on you for both. To earn my freedom, I need the help of Magister Thirama.
Magister Thirana?
She's a recently elevated Telvani Magister. Not so set in her ways as the others, and probably more likely to remember her early struggles. I know she wants something from Zane Tararis. I need to find out what it is, then get it for her.
That's a Daedric ruin. I'm hoping it's one of those that are close. Do you have any idea what she wants?
I'm afraid not. I traded in some favors to get a better idea of what she's seeking. but I learned very little. Apparently her mouth, Erevan Anthem, has some correspondence that might give us a clue. I need that letter.
You can earn your freedom?
Oh, yes. House Telvani has its warts, but it's a true meritocracy. With enough guile and cunning, even a lowly slave can sit on the council. I've studied spellcraft since before I could lift a broom. All I need now is the sponsorship of a magister.
How do you earn a magister's approval?
The Rana's been haranguing the council, trying to get their help in claiming Zane to Qa'Rajh from House Redren. She wants something in that shrine. I aim to get it for her. Her mouth, Erevan Anthem, has a letter that contains the clues we need.
Well, that certainly complicates things a little bit. Had it just been like, this is a dairy ruin, it's infested by whatever creatures are currently living there, see if you can't fetch something out of there and we'll talk about making a deal afterwards. It's a little different when it's feuding between two great houses. That's gonna get messy. I'll try to get the information for you.
Be cautious in the council house, Sarah. House Telvani is not just some beast you can slay. In this place, subtlety will serve you better than any shield. We have to play the game.
Oh good, I'm not using a shield. I mean, if you slay hard enough, you can slay a beast like House Telvani. But that's probably not a good idea. You told me how this plan helps you, but how does it help Aoki?
Truthfully, it doesn't. Not yet. Telvani plots take time to develop. If I demand Aoki's freedom too early, I show my hand. Suddenly, he's a valuable piece in the game, moved and sacrificed as the Magisters see fit.
So you're protecting him by keeping him in chains.
Do I sense a rebuke? It's not ideal, I know. Look, I treasure Aoki. He's placed his trust in me. I hope you'll do the same.
How did you and Aoki meet?
It was during one of his many escape attempts. I was cleaning Master Otheri's tableware when Aoki burst through the kitchen door, dragging his chains behind him. He threw open the window and started to climb through it. Then he saw me.
And?
He hesitated, even smiled. You don't see Mars slaves smile much. Certainly not when they're being chased by Nyx hounds. They dragged him off and threw him in the dry box. He told me he'd spend a year in there if it meant seeing me again.
You two seem pretty different.
There's an old alchemist's proverb. No reaction is ever so forceful as the mixing of opposing components. A mouthful, I know, but it fits. Aoki and I occupy different poles on the same spear. He keeps me grounded. I keep him safe.
Okie dokie. Where are we going? Wait, what is it? Find a raven. Okay. Okay, it does give us a quest marker, because sometimes when you get quests that says something with find, if they're nice, like if they're real nice, I'm guessing this is the dry box. Well, here's to hoping that the Red Mountain doesn't decide to go boom. Council house. I'm not gonna steal from this guy, am I?
What do you
I mean, if I am, so be it. I mean, okie dokie, I see.
And who might you be?
Oh, no one. Just, stealing. I don't want to steal.
Master Erevan is away on business. Has been for some time, in fact. I know a prowler when I see one. What do you want?
Well, this is wrong, but I'm just looking around.
No one just wanders into a council mouth's office looking around. I should report you. What are you really after? And do be honest, we've already wasted enough time here.
I am looking for a letter.
Ah, the one about Zain Tiraris, is it? Well, I could call the guard and be about my day, but I am a Telvani after all. We don't turn away an opportunity when it presents itself. Perhaps you could help me with a problem I've run into.
What did you have in mind?
It's a matter of literature, or lack thereof. I wrote a poem, you see, a cloying, drunken mess of a poem. The post delivered it to my darling Vvardenfell just this morning. If you get it away from her, the letter is yours.
That seems fair. Where is Vvardenfell?
She spends most of her time in the study, here in the council hall. She's very diligent, always leaning over one book or another. And the way she licks her thumb when she turns the pages. Sorry, you'll find her in the study, yes.
This seems like it's sort of like... why did you send her the poem in the first place?
She's such a pretty, dainty thing. Not at all like those other scrawny Acorn elves. Add a half bottle of Shane to a lusty heart and you wind up with some very poor decisions.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Why is it so important to get the poem back? It doesn't seem like a big deal.
The poem's terrible. Plus, if word got to my parents that I'd been courting a wood elf, I'd be written out of the will, repeatedly, with red ink. Then there's also the possibility of blackmail.
Blackmail? Over a poem? Really?
Why do you think Vvardenfell keeps it on her? She knows that if Master Erevan gets wind of this, he might dismiss me from his service. Clever minx. Working for a council mouth is a fine occupation, Fla. I can't risk losing it.
Okie dokie. Pickpocket. Ew. I haven't done a lot of that. At least, not successfully. But hey, I mean... Hello, bookshelf. I'm not gonna steal from anything, but if a bookshelf presents itself, I am certainly going to attempt to obtain the lure. Okay. Oh boy. Well, this is a very open area. Not a whole lot of space either. Is that... hold on. Yeah, that stamina bar seemed a little low. Oh, biscuits! Biscuits!
Halt, Fetcher! This must be some dark plane of a... You people make me mad!
Well, that went about as well as I expected, which means not at all. Ugh, get out. I'm leaving the building. Can I really not leave the... Ah, biscuits! Wait. Okay, could you stop that? Inventory... Slaughtable items... You know what? You were killed by a guard. Oh. That's a real bummer, because Yep. Ah, fuck. I had some really high-grade stuff on me
Oh, dear
for the
Telvani,
Thieves
how I
Guild.
long to see you smile.
You know, the smart move would just have been to clear off my bounty while in that room, because I do have some of those clear bounty stuff. Let's just see. Slaughtable items. Where are you at? Oh wait, they count as contraband too, don't they? Yep, they sure do. Oh! Unless they are under... Nope. Unless they're, like, slaughtable? It would be weird if they were. No, it doesn't look like it. Actually, while we're at it, let's see. Do I have restoration, survivor, spellcaster? That's not gonna help. Refreshing, repair kit? No. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. That's just typical. Okay, I'm just gonna... So I'm not getting distracted by these. Okay. Let's see. So... I'm fine like this. This is not a problem. What do we have? Slaughtable items. Do we have anything... Vigorous? Nope. Nope. Do I have anything that could make me... Let's see. Spellcaster, survivor, restoration. Survivor. I do not have any invisibility potions. Ugh. That means I have to do this the hard way, which is, you know, not great. Okay. That was not worth it. Also because I know that this is not even the final step of this.
I hope this is good news. Well, did you get my poem?
I have it.
Quick, give it here. Phew, what a relief. All right, Fla, I'm going to burn this embarrassment. I sure hope I didn't leave Master Erevan's correspondence box unlocked. That would be careless in the extreme. Farewell.
Fair trade, a poem for letter. No, no it wasn't. Not at all.
Bad writing.
Erevan, the council's dithering on the matter of Saint Qa'Rajh is unacceptable. Kashidi mercenaries continue to gather outside the ruins like locusts. I have it on good authority that House Redoran sent them there. I must admit I didn't think those thick-headed zealots were capable of such a deception. I'm almost impressed. Almost. They hammer on the shrine day and night as if picks and hammers have any hope of dispersing the door's puzzle wards. Simpletons. The secret to Qa'Rajh riddles lies in their simplicity. Fortunately, veteran scholars possess no capacity for abstract thinking. Can you believe they struggle with a riddle as simple as this? A family of skulls say, "How do you do?" 2 shout, "We are 1," and 3 yell, "We're 2." 5 glare at 3, as 6 laugh at 4. Just burn 'em to open the Mad Prince's door. Honestly, why must the followers of Qa'Rajh be such children? I mean, yep. I suppose that question answered itself. My research is near the critical stage, Hireling. I need St. Felm's finger bone, or all will be for naught. Redouble your efforts while you're with your fellow mouth. St. Qa'Rajh must belong to House Telvani. Do not fail me. Thirana, Magister of the Great House Telvani, Master of Tel Branora. Well, okay. Well, if we are to take any kind of silver lining from this garbage, it's that at least I cleared out my inventory problem. I spent a lot of time sneaking to get those legendary Thieves Guild items, but because I am not that far into the Thieves Guild storyline. I've literally only just like, hey, the Thieves Guild storyline, okay, let me do something else. Then I couldn't pass them off, because basically what they are supposed to be is like legendary trophies that you can then pass off as high grade rewards. But seeing as I weren't that far, I couldn't put them off. And I couldn't put them in a house because they're contraband. Ugh.
There you are. I was afraid you'd been compromised. Were you successful? Did Anthem have anything worth raiding?
No. What do you bet that we are the ones that have to go get this stupid relic, while both houses are like, hey, you're not one of our houses, I'm gonna kill you. Plus, who knows what's inside? Qa'Rajh? I mean, it's going to be Daedric creatures. Thirana wants a relic hidden away in St. Qa'Rajh.
May I? A saint's relic. St. John's. Never heard of him. Says here, the Redarin wants it too. To squirrel away in some musty old chapel, no doubt. We need to make sure Thirana gets it before they do.
How do you propose we do that?
Looks like the shrine is locked, protected by some puzzle ward. Luckily, the letter provides some hints on how to break in. Solve the puzzle, grab the relic, then make haste to tell Barana. Thirana should be there. Offer her the relic on my behalf.
That's not how you... What you said was tell Barana. There's no Rarara in that. There's Branora. Are we gonna have the same beef as I did with Nice, whatever the hell they were trying to say it as? Ugh, how confident are you that Thirana will trade the relic for her sponsorship?
Somewhere between certain and apprehensive. The Telvani respect all clever schemes and love to barter. This little intrigue will prove my worth, I know it. Then again, she could just try to take the relic by force.
What then?
Run? Telvani magisters wield magics that put Julianos to shame. Of course, you're quite the hero in your own right. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
So where is this? Say... Well, ain't that just a... So she's down there, so that part of the quest is there. Right. Well, you know what? I'm going to end this episode here. And in the next episode, I'm going to be down at St. Qa'Rajh to finish that story up. So until then, take care.